Anthony Furnell says from Global says that it's way more than just freezing rain. Weather Network, I think on Friday the April 13th. There's a car coming, hold on. They said it has the potential to be a historically, I don't know, something or other, sensationalizing bull crap. I'm just saying it's bad, but it ain't Ottawa bad. Welcome back, Swava fans, Swabtonian, welcome back. The intro to this video, I was a little not fuzzy and warm. A guy named Anthony Furnell on Global, he's a chief meteorologist, he's that dude that does the weather thing, and he said, and I quote, "Freezing rain warning issued by Environment Canada. Personally, I would have issued a winter storm warning because it's way more than freezing rain." His quote, not libel. I'm not a professional. I just don't like it. It's the audacity. Doom and gloom sells. They get their money because you don't go out and do anything. You want to go shopping instead. We all subject to it. Me too. I'm an addict. I'm a subject to a whole lots of stuff. I just don't like the audacity. It kind of stops people from going out and doing things. Thursday night, I spent the night on a pier down at Lake St. Clair. Fished all day Friday, the 13th, April 2018. Came back, and I mean, a lot of us are here. The power didn't go out on my end. I know it was bad, not Ottawa 1998 bad. Weather Network on Thursday, I think, said potentially historic, and I don't know. Enough with the sensationalizing of weather. Like, it's going to happen. Come on, relax. But it shouldn't stop you from doing what you're doing. Plan, do the best you can to forecast. But anyways, it shouldn't stop you, and I just don't like the audacity of people like that. So anyways, not libel. It's what he said. It's quoted. I'm not a professional. Okay, so that's why. Anyways, that was the intro. We're going to do a video. I'm going to show you a couple more hits, doubleheader that we actually had on the Thames River. I'm also just going to show you some jig heads. Here we go. There we go. And there we go. So that's a jig head similar to the one that we used out there, and I want to show you why it's important to use that one. So here's what we're going to do. If you take a look, and I take that, and I just do that real quick, okay? So hopefully you can see that. Now, why is that important? Well, if you got a nice jig head like this, and you're tournament fishing, you know, you get the tricolor, it's all really nice and everything like that. That thing wants to bend back. It's not good. You'll either snap your line if you get hooked up, or this will break, and then you got to retie anyways. So why is this important? Well, when you're a budget angler and you're using really cheap Yum plastics and really cheap jig heads and stuff like that, this will bend out on a snag, and then all you do is you take this and you bend it back in. We're not catching monsters. We're catching silver bass and sheep's head and whatever else was open. Even walleye, a small walleye would take that. But it gets you back in the water quick, and that's the most important part. So tying up to switch up is good. Tying over and over again because you keep losing lures or you leave a bunch of line in the water is no good. So the bronze ones are good, really good. So focus on that. Cheap is not always the worst. Sometimes it's the best. There's still a place for these, and if you want to lose these, and you're going to get that 8-pound bass largey in the summer. Anyways, I digress. So video. I'm going to show you the map, the shoreline piece. I'm going to try and keep it tight, and hopefully the audio gets better with my little goofy setup here. But content is what I'm trying to get to you guys. So enjoy. All right. Technique for today is a white twister tail, white rubber grubby, and a jig head. Nothing special. What we're catching is silver bass, and this is the cadence that we're looking at. So we cast it way out, and we let it fall. Let's see if I can get up and get a shot here. So we're casting over that tree there. I don't know if my hand's in the picture, but anyways. And we let it fall right to the bottom. And right now we're in about 20 feet of water, that close to shore. And then once we hit bottom, we slow roll it. And if I don't catch a fish this time, I will piece it together with catching a fish. We'll try this again. So yeah, we're just letting it fall all the way down. And sometimes they've been hitting on the fall, but mostly fall and then a slow roll, just ticking bottom. and that is what is helping us set the hook. So we're on bottom. Put my rod tip down and slow roll it. So it looks like we got a fish, and that's two. Double header. We'll take it. So I'm not sure what the count is right now. I think we're looking at about, I don't know what we're looking at. Okay, this was not set up, but this is another double header, I swear. That looks like a great size one. Oh, it's a sheep's head. It's a baby sheep's head. All right, well, you got the, okay. So, is he drumming? Oh, he's drumming. I don't know if you can hear that. Anyways, look at the purple on his head. Wowie zowie. So, I don't know. Freshwater drum, I think they're kind of a neat looking fish. That's pretty purple. I don't know if that'll come through on the camera, but wow. And they fight well. Let's get them back in the water. They fight well. They're hardy. And anyways, so, all right, yeah, I'm on a boat. Let me try and get out of the wind. Hopefully everyone can hear me. I'm on a boat, yes. I have my electronics, and we were able to get here. So I understand that that's not exactly budget. But in terms of the fishing aspect, you can see here, this is a shoreline. I'll try and find this later on the map. So as it turns out, later on the map is now, and it looks like bad news for that spot in particular. So it was somewhere along here. However, if you go up a little bit more, when you look at this little spot called Bagnall, it looks like 6 houses and a farm. But anyways, the Grand River line, we had run up here, and all of this seems accessible, and I'm sure that the silver bass, walleye, whatever, would still have been running up this way. One popular one popular spot is Prairie Siding. It's a great big bend where I know a lot of ice fishermen go in the wintertime to catch early staging walleye before they head north to London. So anyways, or Chatham, however that works. But yeah, so there it is. That's the spot. You would get to it essentially the same way. You can hop on the 401. That's Chatham there. So if you can find a turn off to get over, you'll see the river. Just look it up on the map. I should have done a better job for you guys, but this is the area that we were in catching the silver bass. I believe, and specifically it was, let's say that corner. I think that looks about right. Yeah, it was. So we came off this bend, and then we were hitting these trees here. So unfortunately, where I'm pointing to is here, and you can't get to there. I'm so sorry. But you could probably, possibly, maybe fish from here. I don't know if there's houses over there. And all I'm using is a very inexpensive jig head, and I paid 99 cents for a pack of Yum white twister tails, and that's all that's catching these fish. Now we've only used one twister tail each, so I don't know, I think we're probably looking at less than pennies per fish, obviously. So when we think about this caught at least 6 fish, and the other one that my wife has caught 6 fish, it's a good ratio of bait to fish. So they're hardy, they last, they stand up to the abuse, and you get double headers, which is always fun, landing fish at the same time.